of America to be able to work less for the government and more for themselves.
It's a wonderful time to be alive.
Let us be shy no longer.
Mercury, radio, and arts.
We'll be the key, we will be the key, we will be. We'll be the key, we will be the key, we will be.
Things are going back in a very healthy direction.
We will be, we will be, we will be. We will be.
Entertainment, enlightenment.
We will.
This is the Glenn Beck Program.
Black Eye Friday, Black and Blue Friday. I mean, there's got to be a better name than just Black Friday. Hey there, happy Black Eye Friday. I'm Doc Thompson, regularly heard afternoons on Talk Radio 1270 in Detroit. Black and Blue Friday may be better. Well, you got the fisticuffs that happen every year now. It's a contact sport. Remember when the holidays actually brought out the best in people? Even people who were awful people, their heart grew 2 sizes around the holidays. Even the Grinch. I mean, during the holidays, people would put a temporary moratorium on them being an awful person. Or is that just my perception? It seems like in the past, people were a little bit better around the holidays. I mean, people being rude, selfish, you threw that out the window for even a day or a couple of days. Well, we have peace on earth, goodwill toward man. Now it's get whatever you can, throw those elbows because I need a cheap TV. That's what it's happened now on Black Friday. Last couple of years as they do their doorbuster sales, each and every year it seems to get progressively worse. This year, it actually started on Tuesday. It started Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, before Thanksgiving, before Black Friday. Indianapolis, Sacramento. Apparently, Kmart had a great deal on televisions. 32-inch plasma TV for less than $200. And they didn't want any trouble on Black Friday. They didn't want people getting in fights and stuff. So what did they do? They said, we're going to give people a voucher before that. It's the same thing. People line up for the vouchers. They start getting in fisticuffs about it. You had 2 scuffles in Indianapolis over Kmart's deal. You had one in Sacramento where a shopper actually threatened to stab people. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy holidays. Here's a stabbing. South Sacramento, a line of hundreds of people started wrapping around the building at 2 a.m. before Thanksgiving just to get the vouchers. And you know what really started the trouble in both places? Is people going, I got a voucher. I was at the front of the line. Who wants to buy it from me? They were selling their vouchers, which I say is just capitalism, but the people in line didn't like that. That's where the trouble happened. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy holidays. Black Friday, Black Eye Friday, Black and Blue Friday. I think what works best there. I'll tell you about Brian and Krista Capney. These are people who have a little bit of a farm. They have pets, dogs, cats. They got up early last Monday to take care of their animals. They noticed something was missing. Something was missing the Monday before Thanksgiving. And that something was their pet turkey. That's not good, right? If your pet turkey is missing before Thanksgiving,
definitely not.
That's not a good one. All right. They did notice though a trail of blood and feathers. So they went to the security cameras that they have at their house, their little farm, and they noticed a couple of guys were there shooting their turkey with a bow and arrow.
Oh,
that's not good. That's really bad before Thanksgiving. They ended up tracking these guys down, and they said, they were killing the turkey so they'd have a little something to eat on Thanksgiving.
The pet turkey.
Yeah. See, turkey's not that expensive.
No.
Turkey is relatively cheap.
Relatively, yes.
That's see, this is where we're at right now. This is the happy holidays. This is where we are, where people are this awful at a time of the year where we used to be, I thought, better people. Is that just my perception? Did I get sucked in as a kid to all of the holiday specials? Were people this awful back in the day? Or are we in a new place? I think we're at a new place because you look at everything the last few years, not just Black Friday, but everything is, I got to get mine, screw you, the hell with you. The occupiers, what was that about? That was somebody has too much, I got to go get some of it. Screw you. In fact, the occupiers are actually supporting all of the crazy strikes. The crazy Walmart strike, there's people striking against Target because, God forbid, they actually work Thanksgiving evening at a time when a lot of people don't even have a job. You can't have that. You have the crazy strikes at LAX on the busiest travel day of the year. And what is all of that about? The same thing as the people standing in line, ticked off because somebody else is at the front and going to get something that they don't have. It's the same attitude. Selfishness. I got to get mine, the hell with you. That's what we're talking about here. That's what the strikes are about. That's exactly what they're about. The perception that somehow they're getting hosed. Somebody has something, they're getting screwed. Walmart strikes are in full swing. Are you out and about? If you've been out since last night or any time this morning, have you seen the Walmart strikers? No, I don't go shopping on Thanksgiving or Black Friday. I try to avoid shopping, generally speaking. So I haven't been out to see them. If you were out and about, if you have seen the Walmart strikers, let me know if it's anything to even remark about. They claim they're going to have a great impact. They got that full union support. Does it seem to be having an impact on them? Please be my eyes and ears wherever you are across the country. 888-727-BECK. 888-727-BECK. Tell me if you've seen the Walmart strikers or if you've even driven by any of the stores. Have you seen them out and about? Are they doing any damage? Are they causing any commotion? I'm going to tell you the tale of the different strikes or proposed strikes over the last couple of weeks and months. First of all, you got the Walmart strikers. You got people all across the country that are protesting Walmart. They gave them until Black Friday to come up with some sort of union concession. Walmart, you got to listen to what we say, or we're going to strike on the busiest shopping day of the year. Now, what is the point there? Is the point there to actually get benefits, a better wage, better working conditions? No, the point there is to stick it to Walmart. They don't like that the Walton family has billions and billions and billions of dollars. They don't like it. They're jealous. They covet what somebody else has. So they stick it to them on the busiest shopping day, or one of the busiest shopping days. Stick it to them certainly during the busiest time of the year. The time when retail traditionally makes most of their money, that fourth quarter. Stick it to them. Now, do you think that's actually going to help your cause? Is it going to help your cause to screw the people you're trying to get more from at a time when they make most of their money? It shows what the strikers are really about. Screw the company because they want what those people have. So you got the Walmart strikers there. And the United Food and Commercial Workers saying we need a change at Walmart. According to a Walmart worker from Dallas, Texas, he was quoted in the news saying, "We feel like if they refuse to listen to our position, we will make sure that on Black Friday, we will take action inside and outside the stores. We'll make it known that Walmart's deadline is Black Friday." Is that really going to help your cause? It doesn't with me. In fact, today, now, I have to go out, even though I don't like to shop on Black Friday. Now I have to go out and actually shop today just to support Walmart. No, I have to. I have to do something to stand up against those people that are striking that shouldn't be. The people that are just trying to screw people over. I have to go give them some money to try to offset those nutcases. Yeah, I'm ticked off about it. I shouldn't have to do it. If these people actually had it right in their head that if you don't want to work at Walmart, don't work at Walmart. If you don't like the salary, if you don't like the wages, you don't like the condition, the benefits, whatever it is, then don't work at Walmart. It seems pretty simple. If you don't like that company, if you don't like the way you're treated, why are you working there? Why would you want to work at a place, according to them, where you're treated unfairly? If you're actually treated unfairly, why do you want to have to force somebody to treat you well? This is like if you're married and you go through litigation or counseling to force somebody to treat you better. If you don't treat me better, honey, then I'll ... That's who you want to be with? That's who you want to be around? Somebody that you have to force to treating you well? I don't want to work for those people. I want to work for people who appreciate what I do, who can see the value in my work. If not, I'll go somewhere else. But that's not what it's about. It's not about people saying, I work hard, I do a good job, and you will see that. The cream will rise to the top. It is about saying those people have too much, and any way possible, I'm going to try to get it, and I'm going to screw them over. 888-727-BECK. We're going to get some of your calls coming up. Also going to talk about the Target strike. The Target strike. The Target workers ticked off because they actually had to work at 8 o'clock on a Thursday, Thanksgiving Thursday. If you don't want to work, then don't work it. I'll give you the details of that and more. Your calls coming up. Doc Thompson on the Glenn Beck program.
Searching the web for Glenn Beck.
GlennBeck.com.
Okay.
Get your Christmas shopping done today. Agenda 21 by Glenn Beck. Today and tomorrow only, it's 50% off at Target.com and most Target locations. Get details on the book at GlennBeck.com/Agenda21.
On the Glenn Beck program this Black Friday, if you're out and about, you're at the stores, you've seen any of the strikers, you got to be my eyes and ears. Let me know what's going on. 888-727-BECK to join the program, 888-727-BECK. Or you can email me throughout the show. I keep my email open. It's doc, D-O-C, at talkradio1270.com. Doc at talkradio1270.com.
The Doc Thompson Show now exposes the dirty, drug-riddled, violent underbelly of American society. This is an Occupy Wall Street update.
Oh, yeah, the occupiers. They're part of the whole strikes. The Walmart strike, which, is really interesting. If you're occupying Walmart, as they're saying. They went from Occupy Wall Street to Occupy Walmart. Shouldn't it be Occupy Walmart parking lot?
I'm just confused at this point. I mean, Occupy Wall Street now is Occupy Walmart. You're right.
Occupy Walmart parking lot.
The parking lot, particularly, yeah, right behind the dumpsters.
They're calling themselves, one organization is the Organization United for Respect at Walmart. Now, I want you to write this. My producer, Skip, I want you to write these letters. Go ahead and do it. Organization, that's O. United, for, they don't use the F there.
Okay.
R for respect at Walmart. So that spells out our Walmart.
Our Walmart.
It's not your Walmart.
Are they part of the Walden family? Is the Walden family actually a party of Occupy Wall Street now?
Unless you people striking out there have the last name Walton, and even that's not going to guarantee you an in, I would say it's not your Walmart, so you know.
No, not at all.
Unless you're one of the stockholders, it's their Walmart.
They're squatting at Walmart. That doesn't give them ownership.
It may be your paycheck, our paycheck, if you've worked and earned it, but it's not our Walmart. I can go down to Walmart even though it's in my little community and I can roll down there and buy. It's not my Walmart. It's their Walmart. And that's where the confusion really comes in with these people. This is you're under the misconception that it is your Walmart, that you somehow own it simply because you go there. And that really seems to be one of the failures of unions in general, that somehow these businesses are yours. They're not ours. They're theirs, unless you own it, unless you've built up, this business from nothing, unless you've grown it, unless you have been an investor, you started the business, bought into it at some point, it's not yours. You are an employee. Unions always seem to get that wrong. It's not a collective. Well, we work hard. Yeah, you may. You may work really hard, but if I go over to my neighbor's and mow his lawn for him, maybe he even pays me $20 to do it. Is that now our lawn? Hey, Pete, our lawn's looking pretty good today.
I'm throwing a barbecue this weekend on our lawn.
I'm going to be throwing a barbecue. By the way, I'm going to sell off this piece of our lawn, okay? And since it's our lawn and your house is on our lawn, isn't it really our house, too?
And think how confusing that would have been during political season with all the different signs. My signs, your signs, our signs.
It really is pretty confusing. So the Occupy Wall Street parking lot crew, they're in this whole thing. They actually set up a way you could donate and help out the Walmart strikers.
Wait. Let me make sure I got this right. You can donate to help out the people that don't want to go to work.
Yes, the people that could just walk in. They're already at the store. You're up. You're out and about. Just walk into the store and start working. But instead of doing that, you stand here out in the cold, mind you. You're not smart enough, and we'll give you money.
People aren't actually donating, though, are they? Please tell me.
Yes, they are.
Oh, no.
According to our Walmart, they say we respect and support all of Walmart workers who are refusing to work on Black Friday in protest of Walmart's attempt to illegally silence and retaliate against them. So if you give at the $500 level or above, they are going to give you an Occupy. It says OWS. I don't know if that's Occupy Wall Street or Occupy Walmart's now, but that you will get an OWS gift pack that includes a DVD copy of American Autumn, an OccuDoc, I guess, documentary, and an Occupy Wall Street T-shirt for your $500.
$500
or above, $500 or above.
Wow!
I would think an OWS gift pack really. I mean, if it was truly an Occupy gift pack, should include something like penicillin shots, maybe some way to protect yourself, like a stun gun, something like that. Maybe that's what a gift pack really.
But $500, though, for a documentary and a T-shirt, and that's going to a Walmart worker that doesn't want to go to work.
It's really funny when I look at their boycott Walmart as part of Occupy Walmart. One of the things they want people to do is they want to rebuild community benefits. They said rebuild the community because communities benefit when everybody works together. And when Walmart tries to expand in new communities, they want to make sure this is what's happening. That it strengthens communities, protects the environment. Wait a minute, what the hell? How did the environment stuff get part of your protest? There's another way that this is not simply about workers' rights, that it's this big leftist agenda, that they actually throw this other garbage into it.
Well, yeah, they're broadening their reach. They're casting a wider net, throwing more issues into this issue just to garner more support.
888-727-BECK. It's Doc Thompson in for Glenn Beck today. We're going to get some of your calls. 888-727-BECK. Let's get to Derek now. Wait a minute. My screen's going crazy here. Let's get to Scott in Michigan. How you doing, Scott? That's not working now. Wait a minute. We'll try one more. There we go. Scott, how are you, sir?
Pretty good. And you?
I'm doing well. Are you out and about? You work for Walmart?
No, I'm a delivery driver, and I do 4 Walmarts a day, and I've hit 2 of them so far, and there has been no strikers.
So this big hullabaloo that they were going to go out and do in this, you're telling me they're actually even too lazy to go out and do that now?
It sounds like it. It looks like it.
And
They're probably striking at home.
Maybe it's some sort of rolling strike, Scott, where we'll strike a little bit here, a little bit there.
Could be.
What areas were you at? You're in Michigan, but what areas?
Elma and Ithaca.
Mm-hmm.
And St. John.
All right, I'm going to try to. I appreciate the call. Yeah, I appreciate the call, Scott. Oh, north of Lansing. All right, I'm going to try to get some more calls here to see if anybody else has seen anything out and about with the Walmart. Let's see here. Let's get to Jeremy in Pennsylvania. How are you, Jeremy?
I'm okay. I'm a little perturbed at your characterization of the strikers at Walmart. When you claim that the acronym Our Walmart implied that they felt ownership towards the Walmart. Like, I don't disagree that they might have some ethical claim to ownership of the Walmart.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jeremy. Hang on. I got to get a quick break in. Hang on. I want to let you make your point, though. Hang on. I'm going to get a quick break in. I'll come back, take your call. We'll get some others coming up. 888-727-BECK. It's Doc Thompson in on the Glenn Beck program.
Glenn Beck.
Mercury.
Glenn Beck.
And for Glenn Beck today, it's Black Friday. You can check out my show, at least podcasts of my show, at DocThompson.com. If you go to DocThompson.com, DocThompson.com, there's links to a bunch of podcasts. I'm regularly heard afternoons in Detroit on Talk Radio 1270. You can also find out all kinds of stuff about the show by liking my Facebook page. So if you're on Facebook, please like that, and I'll keep you up to date on happenings and going-ons. We're talking about the big strikers and how I believe the people that are striking because they don't like Walmart's practices are misguided. I say if you don't like someplace, don't work there. It's really that simple. Don't work there. Why would you want to? Why would you want to work a place where they don't treat you well. 888-727-BECK. Now, Jeremy in Pennsylvania was on right before the break. I didn't get a chance to let him finish his point, so I'm going to go to Jeremy now. Jeremy, what were you saying about our Walmart?
Well, the Our Walmart acronym is simply an acronym. They haven't made any claim, like explicitly, that they do own the Walmart, but I'll claim that they own the Walmart. I'll say that if you work somewhere, you own it. You're the one that turns the machines of the capitalist, moneymaker. Like, you are in charge of it, and so you own it. And if somebody tries to deny you a fair value for your wage, you have a right to demand that they pay you a fair wage. And as far as, like, choosing to work somewhere that doesn't pay you as well, many of these people don't choose to work at Walmart. They choose to feed their families, and Walmart's the only people that will give them any job. But the job they're getting isn't acceptable. They're not getting the right conditions. They're not getting the right pay. And so they deserve to be treated better.
I didn't realize, you know what? I am so happy to hear you say that. I didn't realize that I own part of the Blaze. I didn't realize that I own part of the Blaze Network and even the new book, Agenda 21. I own part of it because I'm working here today, Jeremy. That's tremendous. I can't wait for the big payday.
It depends on your political ideology and how you see it. If you're of a proprietarian ideology, if you believe that individuals can, in fact, own private property, if you have in mind that capitalists are entitled entirely to the profits and that the workers deserve whatever the capitalist hands them, then you probably don't feel that you do own part of the Blaze. But it's my feeling that if you're working for the Blaze, you have every right to demand rights there as though you are the owner.
So just by working someplace, you believe you can demand some sort of ownership?
Not only that you can demand it, but that it's ethically yours whether you demand it or not. And so
ethically, it's ethically yours.
What you're doing. It's yours whether you claim it or not, but if you don't claim it, somebody else will.
I see. And may I ask you what type of field you work in, Jeremy?
I'm a philosopher, but I'm paying my bills right now working in retail.
What? If you had your dream job, do you have a degree in philosophy?
Yeah.
You have a degree in philosophy, and if you had your dream job, what would you do with that philosophical degree?
I don't want a job because I don't want something that just.
So you don't want to work?
Disagree with. Well, I prefer not to, but that's not entirely an option. I live in a society where if you want to eat, you have to work.
Isn't that horrible?
You have to work. Yeah.
Isn't it horrible that we have to work?
The basic inhumanity of, reducing everybody to the balance of their bank accounts. Yeah,
it's horrible that you'd have to work. So you're working in
working.
You're working in retail.
There's nothing wrong with working.
No, but you said you don't want to work, though. But you said you don't want to work.
I don't want a job. I said I don't want a job.
You don't want a job.
Problem working.
But what would that work entail that you don't have a problem doing? I don't see the difference here.
Look, I cook, I clean, I take care of my wife and my family. I've got lots of work that I can do in my life that has nothing to do with supporting a capitalist status society.
And you work in retail now with your philosophy degree?
To pay for my philosophy degree, yeah.
To pay for it. All right. Well, I appreciate the calls, Jeremy. Thank you so much. 888-727-BECK if you would like to comment on the capitalist society that Jeremy is forced to live in. And let me get this straight. He's upset because he has to work, which makes him lazy. I've said before, if I didn't have to work to make money, I would still work. I would still do. I think working is a virtue unto itself. Without earning money, doing. But see, Jeremy's pissed that he has to go work. I'm not ticked that I have to go work. Working is good. Working is its own reward, and it doesn't matter what you do in the world. It doesn't matter how perceived lowly your job is. It matters, especially if you're passionate about it. If you do a good job, then God bless you. I stand with you. But Jeremy doesn't want to work, which I would say at that point makes him, what word comes to mind? I'm trying to think, if you don't want to work, what word comes to mind?
Lazy.
Lazy, yeah. I'm thinking lazy. Now, I called some of these people lazy, and Jeremy called to defend them and said he doesn't want to work.
There's a difference between having a job and working.
And he is upset that the capitalists make too much money, and he is forced, with his philosophy degree, to go work retail. You know what, Jeremy? That's not a horrible capitalist plot to make sure people don't achieve. That comes down to a very bad choice by you to get a degree in philosophy.
Well, and how is he working in retail right now and not supporting the corporate machine? What is he retailing? That's what I want to know. What is he selling outside of his 1986 Pinto?
This is a guy who says, I want to make more money, but I'm going to get a philosophy degree.
You're doing it
wrong. I'm going to get a theater degree so I can make millions. Yeah, it's not going to happen that way. Jeremy, here's my suggestion to you. Number one, get off your ass. Number two, quit buying into the communist propaganda that they pushed when you got your philosophy degree, and maybe go back to school and get a degree that will actually matter. If you're getting a degree in women's studies, in art appreciation, in 18th century French poetry, in philosophy, you are going to be stuck working retail. That's how it's going to happen. So instead of complaining to the rest of us that you screwed up by getting a degree in one of those ridiculous things, go back to school and get a degree that matters. I'm ticked off that I have a philosophy degree and now I don't make as much money as other people. Folks, come on. We are in the nuttiest of times. Well played, Mayans, well played. That we would be about ready to self-destruct right about the time the calorie runs out anyway. Holy moly. What do you got? 888-727-BECK. It's Doc Thompson in for Glenn. I'm going to get some more calls here. Let's go to Florida now. Tom, you're on the Glenn Beck program.
Was that guy for real?
No, of course he was real. You think I could find somebody that nutty?
Well, you probably have to try really hard, but I mean, he sounds like the typical Walmart employee my wife used to work with. My wife has worked a lot of retail, and Walmart was probably the best place she ever worked as far as benefits and the way they treated her and everything. I mean, she's one of these people, I know it's kind of weird today, but she has a work ethic, you know, and because she had a work ethic, Walmart was always trying to promote her. But she didn't want to take the promotion because it meant that she'd have to work on Sundays, and she didn't want to work on Sundays. So
you're telling me those evil capitalists tried to bribe her?
Yeah, they did. They tried to bribe her with more money and a better position. They were just terrible.
You know, I hope today she joins those two people nationwide who actually are active and not lazy, that went out and started occupying the Wall Street Walmart parking lot as opposed to their bed. I hope she joins them in solidarity, saying, no more will we put up with your bribing us with money and opportunity. How dare you? Let's go to Florida as well. Dennis, you're on the Glenn Beck program. How are you? Hello, Dennis.
Hi, this is Dennis. I'm
hey,
at
Dennis.
work. I'm also a union worker, okay, but I'm disgusted with these unions. I feel like quitting these unions because of this stupidness that they're coming across with here. Okay, I was in Walmart yesterday. I was talking to the teller and asking her, you know, how she liked what was going on around her, and she said, "Well, I'm a single woman. I'm happy to be here working because I have one child to raise." Okay, and you know, it's so dumb. These managers at the top of the union scale up there, they're just sitting on their butt laughing at everything because all they do is collect money up there in the top, you know, the union leaders, you know.
Oh, absolutely. No, I mean, we recognize that. How many of the people at the tops of the big unions are actually working? And I don't mean working as in shuffling paper and doing all that stuff, that are working the same way that their members are working, down there in the trenches with dirt underneath their fingernails, busting their hump. They're not. It simply has become another layer of bureaucracy that we all pay for across the board. This is not 1920 anymore. These are not companies that are saying you're going to work, 20 hours a day with a whip at your back, and we're going to pay you, 4 cents. That's not what we have anymore. We have OSHA laws. We have provided stable environments for people. Hell, we even have ridiculous things like minimum wage. It's out there. The bottom line is these people want something that they have not earned with their philosophy degrees. And as far as this idea that people should be paid a living wage, that they should earn more simply because they can't live, there's a very simple concept when it comes to economics, and that is what the market will bear. Whether you're selling your house or whether you're earning a living, what the market will bear, what price is paid based on the desire for that product. Now, the nuts out there that don't believe in this great socialism, are happy to believe in that system when they sell something on eBay. They get it then when they say, wow, I thought I was only going to make $100 on selling this on eBay, but people kept bidding it up, and I made $1,000. Isn't that great? Do you know why it worked? Because people were in competition for that bid. The market would bear $1,000, so that's the value of the product, period. They get it then. They understand it when they're selling. But when they're working for somebody else and they covet what somebody else has, then it's evil capitalism. We're going to get more of your calls coming up, and I'm going to get a quick break in. It's 888-727-BECK. Doc Thompson on the Glenn Beck program.
Glenn Beck. GlennBeck.com. You're listening to Glenn Beck.
Mercury.
Doc Thompson in for Glenn Beck today. Hey, if you're getting a jump on your holiday shopping, here is an SEIU holiday gift idea.
It's the ringtone that everyone wants.
Everybody in Cleveland get Obama phone.
And lets everyone around you know exactly where you stand. Presenting the Obama phone ringtone.
Obama phone.
The Obama phone ringtone is free.
You on food stamps, you on Social Security, you got low income, you disability.
Like everything should be if you be disenfranchised, whatever that means.
You know?
Your bail bondsman is calling.
Obama phone.
Your mama's calling.
Obama phone.
Your ex-husband is calling.
He sucks.
Because the right to a free cell phone ringtone is guaranteed in the Constitution.
You know?
Or it will be soon, depending on who wins Ohio.
Keep Obama in president.
The Obama phone ringtone.
Obama phone.
Free to Obama phone holders. The one ringtone that screams entitlement.
Obama phone.
New from the free App Store.
Obama phone.
EBT card sold separately.
I'm Barack Obama.
Obama phone.
And I approve this message.
Obviously, we know who won Ohio, so I can only imagine that is actually coming now. If you want more details on the Obama phone ringtone, you can go to DocThompson.com. I have the audio posted up there. I think you can also get to it via my Facebook page as well. DocThompson.com, or just search Doc Thompson on Facebook. We're talking about the big strikes today because some people believe that they own parts of companies if they actually work there. I don't understand that philosophy. I guess if I had a philosophy degree, I would understand that. All right, let's go to Julie in Louisiana. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
You work at Walmart?
Yes, sir, I do. I've been an employee of this company for 22 years. Started when I was 18. I have no degree, but yet I make $44,000 a year.
Wow, that's pretty good.
I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for Walmart.
How do they treat their employees? Do they treat them poorly?
Not at all. You know, Glenn, you have certain stores that, of course, have opportunity. When you have a company like Walmart, you can't control every single person in every single store, but you have the opportunity to speak, to call, to go. I could talk to the president of the company if I wanted to. I have that opportunity to do that. If somebody's treating me bad at this store, I have an opportunity to use my chain of command and to go to somebody else. I could go to somebody else, and I can move on all up the chain. So if somebody's treated bad, they're not utilizing what they can to get the issue solved.
The way I understand it, more than half of Walmart's 1 million hourly associates have been hourly that have an hourly wage of $10 or higher. I appreciate the call. Thanks so much. Yeah, so more than half of their employees have a wage that is hourly of over $10 an hour, and the federal minimum wage isn't anywhere near that. Some states are a little bit higher. I think California was working on one that would have put it in that range, but still, they volunteer to do it. And 3/4 of Walmart's store management team started out as hourly positions. How do you bash a company like that unless you simply look at the amount of money that the Walton kids have and say, they have too much, I covet what they have, and I want some of it? That's the only way it makes sense to me. We're going to get more of your calls on this coming up, the strikes going on. Also, the TSA has some holiday travel tips, and I have some TSA holiday travel tips as well. I will share those with you next on the Glenn Beck radio program.
Glenn Beck.
Mercury.